Good morning, guys. Well, I guess I don't know if it's morning when you're watching this, but it's morning for me, so good morning. We are on lesson 28, session 4. So it is page 595. This is normally the day, the refine part of the lesson, where you would do these problems independently or in small groups, and then we would check our answers when you were done. Sometimes we would do it where you do the even number problems and then do the odd numbers with your buddy or with your table group. So for this lesson especially, I would recommend trying the problem on your own before I go and solve it, and then just checking with me afterwards. But if you get stuck, don't know, then definitely, unpause and check with me. So, still working with time and money, but this is the last day of that lesson. And I can I'll look on iReady and see if there's any lessons that I can add for this on iReady, so you guys can do that, okay? All right, so first thing's the example problem. It says Vivian has $6. She buys 4 pens for 75 cents each and a pad of paper for $2.25. How much money does she have left? Look at how you could show your work using a number line. So they did the number line for us already. She has $6, so it started over here at the $6 mark. And then she bought 4 pens. So here's 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens, 4 pens, and they show each one cost 75 cents. So after the pens, she had $3. Then she bought a pad of paper for $2.25. So the money she has left is right there. Okay, so all you have to figure out is how much is each one of these gaps in the number line from 0 to 1. Okay, so think back to our first couple fractions lessons that we did a few weeks ago, and you're counting the spaces, so not the dashed lines. Okay, the spaces, how many jumps does it take to get from 0 to 1? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So a fourth of a dollar is a quarter, so each jump is going to be 1/4. So 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents. Okay, so Vivian has 75 cents left, period. Okay, so example problem done. And don't forget, let's see if I can show it, these little helpful tips on the side over here, the little iReady guys give you little hints, or these pair share questions. You can read through those and answer those questions with whoever you're working with or just on your own, and that would be great too, because these are usually things we talk about with our buddies in our groups, but now that you're at home doing these, we should still try and work on those. Okay, number 1, and if you hear a bunch of weird noises, sorry, I'll try and show you what's going on. Trigger, say hi. That's my old man dog, Trigger, and he's trying to help do math, but really he's just making a bunch of noises. Okay, anyway, back to number 1. The price of peaches is $1.80 for each pound. Frank buys 3.5 pounds of peaches. How much does Frank pay for the peaches? Show your work. So, highlighting my important information. It's $1.80 for 1 pound. He buys 3.5 pounds of peaches. Okay, so first step, I want to convert that $1.80 to just cents, so not the whole dollar. So remember, $1.80 equals 180 pennies or 180 cents. That'll be easier for me to multiply than this $1.80. Multiplying with decimals doesn't come around until 5th grade. So the price for the 3 pounds, I'm going to take apart, I'm going to decompose this 3.5 pounds and separate out the 3 pounds and the half a pound and do them separately. So 3 pounds times 180 cents, and then half of 180 cents. Okay, so that'll give me my 3.5 pounds together. So 3 times 180, you can do on the side, right here, with partial products, or you can draw a little area model. Good refresher of multiplication. A couple months ago, 0 times 3 is 0. This 8 is really 80. 80 times 3 is 240. And 100 times 3 is 300. 540. Okay, so the 3 pounds costs 540 cents. But that's just the 3 pounds. Now half of 180 for the half a pound, half of 180, you can take that, divide it by 2, or if you already just know, half of 180 is 90. Maybe you know that from our angles lessons, because a 90-degree angle, if you put 2 of those together back to back, a straight angle here to here is 180 degrees. So half of that is a 90-degree angle. All right, so half the pound was 90 cents. Okay, now we need to combine those. So the 540 cents for the 3 pounds plus the half a pound for 90 cents. If I add those up, and they're pretty much stacked right there, so I'm just gonna add them right there. 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 4 is 13. Regroup the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. So it's 630 cents, but I'm gonna put my decimal point in. And in my sentence, I'll say Frank pays $6.30. Okay, so 1 star for your sentence, 1 star for showing your work. Next page. Okay. All right, number 2. It's a long problem. Steve sweeps the kitchen floor after he washes the dishes. Then he takes out the trash. So he spends 18 minutes washing the dishes. This 18 minutes is 3 times as long as it takes him to sweep the floor. It takes him 3 minutes to take out the trash. How long does it take Steve to complete his chores? Show your work. So, all 3 things. I'm gonna write some notes. So, dishes, it just told us what that was. It said 18 minutes washing the dishes. So dishes equals 18 minutes. And sweeping the floor, just say floor. And I don't know the minutes, I need to figure that out. So it says this 18 minutes is 3 times as long as it takes him to sweep the floor. So 18 is 3 times however long the floor time is. So you could do 18 divided by 3, or 3 times what equals 18. We know our math facts, so we know that's 6 minutes. Okay, and then taking out the trash is the last chore. Trash equals 3 minutes. All right, so I know all 3 times for his chores. 18 minutes, 6 minutes, and 3 minutes. All I have to do now is add those up. So I'm going to stack and add them. 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 3 is 17. Carry the 1, regroup the 1 into the tens place. 1 plus 1 is 2. So total time for him to do all his chores is only 27 minutes. Steve spends 27 minutes on chores. Don't forget your period. And a capital for his name, right? Okay, 2 stars showing your work and your sentence. Okay, and then don't forget to answer these little questions here on the side. How can you use the time spent washing dishes to find the time spent sweeping the floor? So we did that, we divided it by 3. but these will help you. If you get stuck and you're trying to do it on your own when you're paused, these will help you on the side, okay? Number 3. Okay. Victoria has two $20 bills in her wallet. She spends $12.25 on a gift and $5.25 on a card. How much money does she have left? So she has two $20 bills. She spends this much and this much. And how much money does she have left? So I'm going to take my total amount that she has and do my multi-step equation. So two $20 bills. So 2 times 20 is 40. She has $40. Okay, and then I need to subtract the total of what she spent. So in parentheses, I'm adding these two amounts that she spent. $12.25 plus $5.25 equals M for money left. Okay, on the side, I'm going to stack these and add them. So remember, you need to line up your place value and line up your decimals. That's very important. 12.25, make sure the decimal's right underneath, and $5.25. And I'm adding them together. Okay, so 5 plus 5 is 10. Regroup. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. That makes sense because here's a quarter, add them together, you get 50 cents. 2 plus 5 is 7. Bring down the 1. So that's not my final answer. Do not pick B. They're tricking you with that one. That's just this part in the parentheses. So $17.50 is just the total amount of money she spent. I have to still subtract that from her total amount of money she started with. So I still have to do 40 minus that equals M. Okay, so I'm going to find some space. I'll do it down here. 40, and remember, if it's just even 40, there's decimal place and 0 cents, minus $17.50. Okay, so 0 minus 0 I can do, it's just 0, but I can't do this one, 0 minus 5. So now I have to come over here and start regrouping. Okay, 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 7 is 2, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So the amount of money she has left is $22.50, which would be C, final answer. All right, so Amir chose A as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? So he picked $2.50. So how do we think he got that? Try and pause and figure it out, because I know these are challenging problems. If somebody gets the wrong answer and figuring out what they did wrong is difficult. So it's called error analysis. It is definitely tricky, but try and challenge yourself, figure out what this person did wrong to get $2.50. Okay, so if you can't figure it out, or maybe you already did, want to check, I think that Amir didn't realize she had two $20 bills. I think he just did the $20 minus the total she spent, the $17.50. So he didn't see that she started with $40. He thought she just had $20, because that would equal $2.50. Okay, so write that down if you didn't already. Moving on to number 4. Okay, here we go. Benna, I think is the name. Benna buys a bottle of water for $1.20 and a pack of gum for $1.80. How much money does Benna give the clerk if she gets $7 in change? Tricky one. Okay, so we know how much they get in change. How much money does she give the clerk? So we don't know how much she pays with. But first I'm going to add up the cost of her bottle of water. Buys the bottle of water and gum. And then she gets this much back, okay? So we're going to do this in steps. I'm going to add the bottle of water and the gum costs first. So $1.20 plus $1.80, and figure out what her total cost would be. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 2 plus 8 is 10, regroup, bring down your decimal point, right in line, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is $3. So she spent $3, but she gets $7 back. So how much money did she give the clerk to get the $7 and change? So if she hands the clerk $4, but her total cost is only $3, she would get $1 back. So that can't be it. If she gives the clerk $9, but her total was only $3, she would get $6 back. That doesn't match, can't be that. If she hands the clerk $10, and her total cost is $3, she would get $7 back. So it is C. Okay, and if she paid with $20, she would get $17 back, so not that one. So 1 star for showing your work, 1 star for getting C. I forgot stars on the previous page. Star, star for C, star for explaining why Amir got A. Okay, back to number 5. Centered, okay. Lena does chores for neighbors to earn money during the summer. The table shows how much money Lena earns for doing chores. So these are the chores up on the top, and this is how much she earns for each thing. So for lawn mowing, she earns $8.50. For dog walking, she earns $4. For car washing, she earns $7.50. Lena does all the chores shown above for 3 neighbors. So this all for 1 neighbor, and again, okay? Write 2 different expressions that can be used to find the total amount of money Lena earns. All right, so we'll start out with one equation. I'm going to start out with, I'm going to give myself some space, but in parentheses, I'm adding up the 3 total, or the money earned for each chore. So these 3. So $8.50 plus $4 for dog walking plus $7.50 for car washing. So that's all in parentheses. That's for 1 neighbor. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to multiply that by 3. I was going to put it over here because I said to leave space, but here's fine too. Either side, right? So you would solve all that and find the total and then multiply it by 3 to figure out how much she earns doing chores for those 3 neighbors. Okay, it does not tell us to solve this equation, but you can if you want to find out her total. That would be great. But it does say to write 2 different expressions. So this is one you could do. The other one you could do is if you split this up and multiplied each one by 3 and added each one together. So you could do $8.50 times 3 plus $4 times 3 plus $7.50 times 3. Okay, this is the same thing. Distributive property. We just take that times 3, bring it here, bring it here, and bring it here. Okay, so these are both the exact same thing. If you want to pause and solve it, you definitely can. You should, in fact. More practice. Okay, 2 stars for each equation. There's my other star. Okay, number 6 in the page. A TV movie is 1 hour and 45 minutes long with commercial breaks. Oh, these are tricky ones. Okay, so the movie is 1 hour and 45 minutes long with breaks. There are 6 commercial breaks. Each break is 4 minutes long. Which choices show how long the movie is without commercial breaks? Oh, I see. So this is how long it is with the breaks. Without the breaks, like if you took all the breaks out, the movie would be shorter, right? So we need to figure out which times are how long the movie is without the breaks. So first step, if there are 6 commercial breaks and each one is 4 minutes long, how long is the total of all the breaks? So 6 breaks times 4. So that'd be 24 minutes, okay? Now we need to take that away from the total length, this total time of the movie. So 1 hour, 45 minutes, there we go, minus this 24 minutes from the break. Okay, luckily, no regrouping. So I'm just subtracting the minutes, right? The hours I won't deal with, because 5 minus 4 is 1, 4 minus 2 is 2. Bring down the 1 hour. So 1 hour, 21 minutes is how long the movie could be without breaks. So that's D, but the tricky part is which choices is plural. So there's more than one choice here. So I know it's not going to be an hour 35 because it's an hour 21, but these ones are just in minutes. Okay, so I need to figure out what is 1 hour 21 minutes in just minutes. So I know 1 hour is how many minutes? And hopefully you said 60. 60 minutes plus 21 minutes. There you go. So add it up on the side or in your head. You should get 81 minutes. Okay, so an hour and 21 minutes is the same thing as 81 minutes. So our answers are A and D. And we're going to do 3 stars for this one. 1 for A, 1 for D, 1 for showing your work. Okay. Last page already. I say already, but it's already been 22 minutes. Okay. Kayana, I think that's how you say that. Kayana wants to paint each wall of her bedroom a different color. Oh, I did that before. It was very bright. I don't recommend. Let's see. She needs 2 quarts of paint for each wall. Good information. Each quart costs $11. So 1 quart is $11. She also needs to buy 2 paintbrushes for $3 each. She pays with a $100 bill. How much change does she get back? All right, so in a bedroom wall, we're gonna assume it's a pretty just boring square or rectangular room, no weird like small walls where like, I don't know, something comes out at a strange angle. Like if she had like one of these type of rooms, then there'd be more walls, right? So she just has a room like that. So she's got 4 walls in her bedroom and she needs 2 quarts of paint for each wall. So 4 walls, each one has 2. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay, so she needs 8 quarts of paint. So 8 quarts of paint. I'm gonna shorten that, abbreviate that. 8 quarts of paint, each one is gonna cost $11. So she needs 8, each one is 11. So 8 quarts times $11. Okay, 11s are one of those E-word math facts. It's just the same number, double, right? $88. Okay, so the total cost of the paint is going to be $88. If you hear the sounds again, trigger is back. So that's just the total cost of the paint. She also needs to buy 2 paintbrushes for $3 each. So 2 brushes, $3 each. The cost of the paintbrushes would be $6. So I need to add those together, but subtract it from the $100 to figure out what she gets back. So I'm going to take my $100 and subtract it from the total she spent on painting supplies. 88 plus 6 is $94. $100 minus $94 equals her change, $6. Okay, so on my solution line, we'll say Kayana gets $6 in change. All right, 1 star for your sentence, 1 star for showing your work. If you need to pause and catch up at any point, definitely do that. Number 8. Okay, Johnny can walk 5 kilometers in 60 minutes. 5 kilometers in 60 minutes. That is 3 times as long as it takes Donovan to run the same distance. So Donovan is also going 5 kilometers, but he is faster than that 60 minutes, 3 times faster, okay? So how many more minutes does it take Johnny to walk 5 kilometers than it takes Donovan to run the same distance? Okay, so we're gonna ignore just the 5 kilometers, okay? Because it's the same distance. We don't have to convert that at all. We're just looking at the 60 minutes. So in my notes, Johnny equals 60 minutes to walk the 5 kilometers. Okay, maybe it's in a lap or I don't know. But this is 3 times as long as it takes Donovan to run the same distance. So Donovan is faster. So that's going to be 3 times something equals the 60 minutes that it took Johnny. Or 60 divided by 3. Okay, so you can pause and figure that part out, but Donovan takes 20 minutes to run the same distance. But that's not my final answer. It's not what they asked us to solve for. We're not done yet. Okay, they asked how many more minutes does it take Johnny to walk 5 kilometers than it takes Donovan. So they're asking what's the difference? How much longer is this than this? So I would do 60 minus 20. Johnny's time minus Donovan's time is going to figure out how much bigger this is than this, right? Oh, sorry. I head-butted it. Okay. Equals 40 minutes. Okay, on my solution line, I'm going to say Johnny takes 40 minutes longer. You could say, I didn't have a lot of space, but Johnny takes 40 minutes longer than Donovan to run or to walk the same distance, or however you want to say it. 2 stars. Okay, and the last one. Yay, last problem. Okay, number 9. Michael has 3 $5 bills. 3 $5 bills. He buys a soda for $1.75 and a basketball for $12.50. How much money does he have left? Explain how to find the answer. Ooh, so you actually have to, since it's a math journal one, write in sentences what your steps would be. Okay? So I'll help you with the equation for it, but you guys are gonna write your sentences here explaining the equation, what you need to add, what you need to subtract, okay? So if he has 3 $5 bills, that's 3 times $5. So he starts out with $15. Then you have to subtract the total of what he spent. So the soda was $1.75. The basketball was $12.50. And that's going to equal the money he has left. So we'll say M. So that's the equation that would tell you how much money he has, but you have to explain how to find the answer. So in your own words, you have to explain how you would solve that, okay? And then you can go ahead and solve it. Once you figure it out at the end, you should end up with 75 cents. But you need your explanation here as well, okay? So 1 star for 75 cents, another star for your explanation. All right, that's everything for this whole lesson. So I'll put some stuff on iReady for you guys to work on for time and money. And then we're moving on. The next video will be lesson 29. I'll show you the first page right here. Problems about length, liquid volume, mass, and weight. So here's another family letter. You can tear that out, read it, preview what you're going to be doing tomorrow, okay? Have a good day, guys. Bye.